Hey, what's up there, everybody? Thanks for joining. And today, obviously, we have a lot of news in the crypto sphere. So let's get the ball rolling here. Can't talk. Uh, with a quick overview of BTC, which has, really rallied from its lows the other day when, we hit like 89,000 for what appeared to be no reason at all, but was likely related to the Fed signaling that we're still dealing with inflation and that they might not be so quick to cut rates. Anyway, we rallied. We hit 100 grand today, which is a good sign of strength and health. We're really maintaining this floor around 90, 91 or so. We have significant resistance around 102, 103, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, what I want to talk about today is what it seems like everybody is talking about, the crypto ball. Do you know about the crypto ball that's being thrown for President Trump or president to be? In about 24 hours, David Sachs is rallying some of the biggest names in crypto for what's likely a fundraiser. And David Sachs is no stranger. If you know anything about his background, his angel investing, he's one of these people with a Midas touch. I think, like Facebook and PayPal and Uber and, like Airbnb and all these major companies that we all know, David Sachs has been right at the forefront of investing in a lot of these places. And now he's going to be Trump's crypto czar. So it's to honor Trump as one of the first crypto presidents, some people say. So we're going to see people like Michael Saylor and Brian Armstrong and Mike Novogratz and a lot of other guys. So, this is a big deal. And I'm speculating that they might start teasing out the idea of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Whether that is good or bad for Bitcoin remains to be seen. But we know that Trump holds Bitcoin and tons of Ethereum as well, because he had disclosed that to Political Action Committee. And in fact, just the other day, his portfolio surged over $18 million. And what I find to be hilarious, it's up from 7 million, which it was, I think, around late November when he disclosed his holdings, to 18 million. And get this, 70% of his portfolio is in basically like altcoins, meme coins, and so on, according to his filing. So, not that he's out there buying them, but people are donating to his campaign. And so clearly he's familiar. Trump is a businessman at the end of the day. And, he's going to want to see his portfolio do well. I don't think he really needs the money, but I also think, he has a young son, Barron, who helped him kind of get on track when it came to, getting the word out about his campaign on podcasts and so on. So Barron, I'm sure, is talking to his dad a little bit about crypto as well. And Trump has really come around since his last term, which I think is fantastic for all of us, regardless of what your political beliefs are. We see that this is a guy who has significant assets in crypto. And so for many of us, I think we're sort of feeling like this Viggo Mortensen clip, where we're just, waiting for the supply shock to hit. If the US does have a strategic crypto reserve, then that means Bitcoin is just going to go crazy. In fact, it was just released that the Bitcoin balances on exchanges just hit a 7-year low of $2.4 million. So supply shock may indeed be coming for Bitcoin. Remains to be seen, but I think it's fantastic, because if we break 101K, right, if we can break out of here, we've got a little bit of resistance at 103 and then also around 108. But, we could see a jump to I'm thinking like 150,000 per Bitcoin is not unreasonable if people get wind that the United States government is going to start buying and buying aggressively. What do you think is going to happen to confidence in Bitcoin, to the price of Bitcoin? I mean, it's going to go nuts. So I think if you're a no coiner, you might want to rethink it. Will we see turmoil in the space? Yeah, of course. We're going to see some changes between now and then. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something around the inauguration where there was a big drop. There are all kinds of players in this space who want to manipulate the price and whatever. But this is another big piece of news, the idea that you are going to be able to get a loan against your Bitcoin. Do I think it's a great idea? No, I don't think people should be taking loans against Bitcoin in the same way. It's like people take a home equity loan against the assets that they have in their home. Doing that with Bitcoin is pretty risky. Now, as I understand, there could be tax reasons to do that because you are taking out a loan and that might allow you to defer some of your gains, depending on what jurisdiction you live in. The US is obviously pretty stringent when it comes to Bitcoin, but not the worst. Well, I should say crypto, but not the worst. There are other countries who have a really dim view of crypto and taxation. It would be fantastic if the US government, if the IRS agreed to some sort of tax-free status, like if you hold for longer than a year. I think there are some countries in Europe, even Germany, I don't know where else, Portugal might be in there too, where if you hold for a certain amount of time, then you have tax-free assets. You can cash out. Puerto Rico also has I'll call it a scheme, but in the UK sense of the word scheme, a, a program, let's say, that allows you to cash out. But I think it's something that you have to buy your crypto when in Portugal. I mean, when in Puerto Rico, and hold it for a certain period of time, and then you don't owe federal income tax on that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if it's still active or not, but there were a lot of crypto bros who moved down to Puerto Rico for that reason. But anyway, there's more. We're so glad that this guy is about to be out. That's Gary Gensler, everybody's favorite SEC chairman. But it appears that we might have a new ETF on the horizon. So we see that Canary Funds has just filed an amended S1 for their Litecoin ETF listing. And it seems that the NASDAQ has interacted with that in some official capacity. And my understanding is the NASDAQ will then be required to decide one way or another this year whether to issue an ETF for Litecoin. So maybe you're going to see all these pumps that have been rolling through XRP and Solana, because some are speculating that we'll have an America first approach to crypto reserves. So not just Bitcoin, but anything that is substantial and also an American quote unquote cryptocurrency like Solana, like XRP, maybe Link. I don't know about that one. Whether it's a good idea for the US to intervene in what is supposed to be a decentralized market, I'm not sure. It brings its own complications, but let's be honest, at the end of the day, most of us just want the government to pump our bags so that we can just do whatever we want to. Um, anyway, we'll see what pumps next. We're only a handful of days away from the inauguration. We'll see what happens in the next 24 hours at the crypto ball, whether there's a big announcement there. But what I want to know is, what is your make it coin for 2025? Are you, XRP? Are you Solana? Are you Doge? Like, what's your thing? Are you some obscure altcoin? Let us know. Tell us, leave a comment below. And until next time, may the markets be with you.